Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sporting Express. Hope everybody's doing well. I just wanted to do a quick video regarding West Ham and what I think West Ham need in the January transfer window. Now, I want to share an article with you as well. But first of all, it's not something nice to talk about. But I think you're gonna have to bring in another striker, aren't you? Antonio's out for a year, and hopefully he comes back big, stronger than ever. We want Antonio to get well as soon as possible and sending all his love to him. But he clearly doesn't fancy Danny Ings. Nicholas Fulkrug he's got his injury concerns, and apparently he still wants to leave. He's still homesick as well. So you definitely need to bring in a striker. I also think that you need to bring in a midfielder with pace because I think your midfield's dead. I'm not being funny. I could run faster with one like that's how slow that midfield is. And also, you need a creative midfielder. You need someone who can create chances from midfield, a bit like you had with Pablo Fornals, or stats type of player. Or if you remember watching Leeds, it were I'd say someone like Pablo Hernandez as well, who were at Leeds. Just that magician type player who can create chances, who can put the ball on a sixpence, for your attackers to attack. But I just want to show you this article. I'm not going to go through the whole article. I'm not going to bore you to death, I promise. But this is something you don't need, right? So, if I highlight it, right? So, in terms of potential alternatives to Fulkrug and Antonio, there is belief that Tim Steidten personally wants Men's striker Jonathan Burkett from West Ham, with the board now sharing the Corinthian sensation Yuri Alberto remains on their radar. So this is what you don't want. What you don't want is Tim Steidten to want one striker and the board to want another striker. This is what's got you in this mess before. In first place, and you can't have this it's got to be left to one person to decide who to bring in the players, because it hasn't worked with letting Lopetegui bring in his, Steidten bringing in his, and David Sullivan bringing in his. It's not working. There's no point with a sporting director if you're going to do that. It's pointless, and by all accounts, the board aren't happy with Steidten for bringing in the likes of Fulkrug anyway, because apparently he was the one who brought him in, and it hasn't worked. He spent all that money on a player who's got an injury record, poor injury record, who's knocking on a bit in age as well. So I can understand why, if that is true, why the board are a bit annoyed. But you can't have so many. You can't have Lopetegui bringing in two players, but Tim Steidten bringing in two players, and the board and David Sullivan bringing in two players. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. This is why it's not working. You need to get players who are suited to, if you're sticking with Lopetegui, to Lopetegui's style of play. If I think the first thing they need to do is decide exactly what they're doing with Lopetegui. There's no point even looking at players now, because what about if you get rid of Lopetegui? Let me stop sharing screen. I told you I'm going to share an article. You've heard it all before, but there's no point bringing in, them looking at players and talking about bringing in players now. If the new manager, if Lopetegui gets sacked before December 31st, comes in and don't want these players anyway. So they need to sort out the manager, situation before they can sort out the players' situation. That's just my thoughts, and I'd love to know what your thoughts are. But it, for West Ham to spend 130 million in summer, and for hardly any of them to be successful, is an absolute travesty. And someone has to carry the blame. But the problem is, because they all got involved, who bought what players, they all have to be. It's a joint carry of blame between them all. You know what I mean? You can't just single out Staunton. You can't just single out Sullivan, which he is part of a problem as well, by the way, guys. He needs to go. And you can't single out Lopetegui. You need to. It needs to be one man making all the finding these players and making finding the players and solely doing bringing players to West Ham, not three different people. But yeah, so it's sad what's happening at West Ham. It really is. But I think this season now, if the truth be told, guys, it's damage limitation. You're not going to get relegated. You're going to you're better than the clubs down at the bottom. You're not going to get relegated, but I don't think you're going to climb the table to any higher than mid-table, if I'm honest. So I think it's just a damage limitation season now. And if you do bring in a new manager, come before January 1st, it's like a free hit for him for the rest of the season. Let's not don't bring in a new manager, then start getting on at him when results aren't going your way, because to manage, what situation what the situation is at West Ham, on the pitch, on and off the pitch. So, if they're going to get rid of Lopetegui, bring in a firefighter, caretaker, manager, all well and good. But, if not, then bring in the players for Lopetegui to implicate his style of play. Because at the moment, you're asking a defensive manager to play attack-minded football. And it's unfair. It's totally unfair. And I'm surprised that Lopetegui accepted them conditions of the contract. But there you go. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching this edition at Sporting Express. Until next time, guys, have a great day. Speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.
Everyone's welcome, including you. Your views and opinions matter too.